The Sales Meeting Minute, unlocking the real applicant. How unrealistic is this? You're about to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to hire the person sitting across from you. You have no idea who they are. You have a superficial conversation. You ask a couple questions. So, do you like cold calling? Oh, you betcha. I am a rock star when it comes to cold calling. Matter of fact, give me no customers. I'll go build the book of business. And we say, check, they love cold calling, and we move on. You know, many of us rely on our gut and our intuition. And sometimes the interviewee, the best sales call they'll ever make is on you during the interview. It's like you have a movie star, right? I mean, I've got a rock star sitting in front of me telling me that they will love to cold call. They don't discount anything. They don't need any support. But when I put them on payroll, I've got somebody who is just over there crying in spilt milk. Oh my gosh, our product pricing is too high. Marketing doesn't support me. How come my manager doesn't love me? There's a million reasons why they don't do it. So use the rule of 3+. And here's what it means. It typically takes 3 or more questions that you need to ask as the leader, as the interviewer, to get to the real answer. So for instance, if somebody says, well, I make prospecting calls all the time. Well, you can say, oh, that sounds great. But when you say all the time, like, what does that mean? Well, when I need to. I understand that, and I do the same thing. But need to is kind of different for everybody. So when you say need to, is it like once in a while, once every 2 weeks, based on where you are now? I mean, what does that exactly mean? And what I'm trying to do here is to get them from a wishy-washy phrase, which is, I love cold calling. Oh, okay, I understand that. But how often do you actually cold call? Well, whenever I need to. Makes sense too. But I want you to peel back the onion, right? It's like when we have children. So, where are you going tonight? Oh, I don't know, but I won't be late. Okay. If that's your first kid, you say, well, I won't be late. Probably be home well before curfew. I have 5 kids. I've learned it better. Here's what I say. So what are you doing tonight? Oh, I don't know, but I'll be home early. Okay, great. So when you say early, do you mean prior to curfew at 12? Well, I don't know about that. All right, well, what are you saying then so I can understand? Well, I was thinking about, I had to drive home such and such, maybe 1:30. Now, I'm glad I asked those questions because their definition of being home early isn't my definition of being home early, and we can have that conversation before it happens. Like you should have a conversation with the person applying for the job, making sure that you've peeled back the onions and you understood what was meant behind their statements. The minute you truly understand what they mean, you're going to be better off. Now, sometimes interviewees are experts at wishy-washy words. They say nothing. So you're going to have to be almost a psychologist. Peeling back the onion, appreciate you telling me that, that's great. Don't be attacking, because when you do that, like, what do you mean by that, cold calling? They'll get defensive. And then, of course, the guard goes up. So I want to be soothing. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I understand. I'd probably do the same thing. But just out of curiosity, like, how often do you cold call now? You create a safe environment where it's a very open conversation. And at that point in time, then you can make a determination, is what they're saying congruent to what you need? Remember, the value of an interviewer is determined by the questions that you ask, not the questions that you answer. The rule of 3+ will help you uncover who truly is sitting in front of you before they're on your payroll.